Have you ever wanted to create whimsical underwater scenes like this? Well, I'm going to give Hoosie, our in-house know-it-all, the opportunity to explain it to you. Enjoy the video, or should I say, good luck.
Oh, who lives in a pineapple under the sea? All right, guys, so I hope you guys have your snorkels and swimmers for this shoot because we are taking you underwater. We are gonna do a deep dive into this shoot. Was that good? So the brand that we're working with is called Nobbies, and they do something cool where every single month they release a new print on their knickers, and this month is coral vibes. So that's what we're depicting in our scene. It's an underwater shoot. There's a few different elements to this shoot. So we got some fresh coral from our local fish store mixed in with some fake coral, so you can't really notice it. That kind of helps save the bank. Like, you don't have to just spend all your money on fresh coral, you can mix it up. We also got some sand, some peachy sand. And then we got our TV from home, which has got like underwater vibes going on. And for this shoot, we are doing both video and photography. We will be showing you mainly the photography stuff, but in either case, the TV screen is a massive lifesaver, and that goes for 3 hours. So we have 3 hours to do the shoot, and that's what we're gonna do. So the setup might seem a bit hectic, but it all serves a very good purpose. We have 5 lights on this with some gels and modifiers, and one of the main modifiers that we're using is this optical snoot. What do you call this, Jess? Insert. An insert, and what it depicts is like little water bubbles, if you can see. See? Little water bubbles. What that does is, using that light, it would actually shine bubbles on the product as if it was actually underwater. So that's the vibe we're trying to do. What? Why are you stopping me? What? No. So this is the optical snoot that I was talking about. Basically, it just slides straight in the sky like this. Like this. Ah, wait, let's go again. So this is the optical snoot I was talking about, and this is the insert. So basically, it just slides in ever so easily, just like that. And now basically what that's gonna do is, when that pops off, we're gonna get bubble light vibes on the actual product. We got a blue gel on it, so it's consistent with our shoot. And yeah, that's that light. All right, so the setup that we got is a slight elevated look right now. That just makes everything look very hero and big. Jessie's got it all tethered up so she can sit on her chair, shoot, and look at her computer. That's what it looks like. So basically, this is all Jessie does the whole day. Wait, she does that and has me running around changing her lights. So the benefit of doing this tethering is you just push a button, swing your chair around, and you can see the edit straight on your computer. What does a fish sound like? I don't think fish make sounds. Do they? Very good. So yeah, that's basically our setup. Pretty straightforward, apart from the 5 lights, but we'll talk about that and why they all serve a very important... Are you focused on my face or my ass? So now we're gonna go through all the lights individually. The first one being the key light. I already kind of explained what it is. It's got the optical snoot, it's got the blue gel just so the product looks like it's actually underwater, and it's got that insert that gives it the bubbles. Okay, our second light that we have is our fill light, and this one too has a blue gel to keep it consistent with the shoot. It's on a very low power and it is diffused. It's just filling in those shadows a little bit. Next light is our third one, and what that one's doing, okay, no way, hold on, I'm gonna go again. So our third light has a snoot on it, and what it is doing is it's emulating the sun shining through the water onto the product. If you see the screen, you can see these light rays coming through, and that's kind of what we're trying to emulate. We're trying to keep it consistent, people, and that's why we have a yellow gel to give it those warm vibes. So this little guy here is our 4th light, and what it is doing, it's basically just throwing some blue cast onto these coral that we have back here. Reason why we have that coral is because we needed something to cover the bottom of the TV pretty much. That brings us to our 5th and final light, and this one has a snoot on it, just doing a spotlight on the other side of the product. So we had that spotlight on our 3rd light, now we have another one shining through and hitting this side of the product. Now let's talk about the ocean in the room, the TV. What do you want me to say about the TV? All right, so why we have a TV. Normally we would have a printed backdrop as our background, but we're shooting video and we want some moving elements to it. The TV's perfect for that. We have a little bit of space between the actual shot, the products, and the TV. That just gives it a blurred look, so that's not in focus and it doesn't look so busy either. All right, let's talk about the set itself, starting from the bottom all the way up. So we have an MDF board that gives us like a bigger working space. Then we have a water backdrop on there, and then sand with glitter. The reason why we like glitter is because it just makes it sparkle a little bit more. Then the actual set itself, we have coral, like fresh coral, real stuff, mixed in with some fake stuff. And the reason why we did that, it just fills in the space, doesn't it? That looks nice. Pearls? Yes, we have pearls. Why do we have pearls? And then we also added pearls for two reasons. First of all, to give it like a whimsical, magical feel. And secondly, we needed to hang the products on something, and the only thing that made sense, kind of, was some pearls, because you find them under the water. Now you may be thinking, Hoosie, that's quite creative of you. But that's not actually my work. That is all Jessie. Jessie put the whole set together. I'm just explaining to you why I think she did it the way that she did. I can't really tell you exactly why she did it. Maybe she'll add to this video and give you a better example, but I honestly think that this is what she thinks the sea looks like. All right, just with any shoot, we had some obstacles, and the obstacle that we had in this shoot was the client wanted it in portrait. The problem being is that our set wasn't long enough. So what Jessie did was added this fake coral just to give us a bigger runway. And what that actually also does is gives it a little bit more depth, and it's not too out of place because that is something you will see under the sea. This thing is very random for us to have as well. It's pretty light. We just got it from, what was it? A pet store? An aquarium, and it's just made from fiberglass, so it's like super easy to work with. It's not like those heavy pavers that you get at Bunnings. It's super light and just does the job, I guess. Oh my, what's underneath there? Where did that come from? With that being said, let's now take a shot and see what it looks like. Also, I just want to say that this lighting setup wasn't done just like that. As much as we'd love to, it does take a bit of time, and I think this took like an hour? An hour? Can you confirm, Jessie? It took an hour. It's a lot of tweaking and it's a lot of fiddling. The best way to approach it is really like one light at a time. Jessie kind of has a conceptual idea as to how the lighting should be just based off experience and how many years she's been doing this. But really, you kind of got to build the lighting from 1 to 5, right? Cool. Let's take a shot then. And I'm going to act like I know what I'm doing. So it's all tethered up. Yes. And all I got to do is click, click, clack. And that's the shot, as easy as that. Now, I don't know about you guys, but to me, it looks like those panties are under the water. Also, just another disclaimer, this isn't actually how it looks straight out the camera. This has got a color grade pre-done to it. So now every photo that we take, that color grade will just be automatically applied to it. So this gives us a good idea as to what the final image will look like. Alrighty, well, that's pretty much the whole setup, and that's how the shot is done. So now what we are going to do, we're going to call it there. Are we? We're going to take some more photos, and then we're going to head off and come back later when it's dark. Our studio gets a fair bit of natural light, which is good, but bad when we're trying to do video for stuff like this. So we're going to come back in a couple of hours when it's all dark. So the only light we see is from the screen and the light that we actually want to control. And that is that. Just, I'm telling you, size doesn't matter. It's the motion of the ocean that really matters. Oh,
All right, guys, now it's time to give us some feedback. How'd Hoosie go? Let us know in the comments.